shift. When I'm talking about this here, it's words like that. Get to, choose to, love to, versus have to, need to, must, right? And there is some things that need to get done. That's true. Yeah, I'm not, I'm not oblivious to that, right? But for the most part, language is always get to, choose to, and I love to, right? Do that. And so having an action plan behind it, or you can do a success journal. I have journals as well, okay? And you could do a success journal. But these are the things that start to give you more self-worth because you're reading it every day. You're seeing it. It's in your face. You're working on yourself. You're talking in the mirror. Like you're literally just really come to terms of your self-worth inside of who you are, okay? Your self-worth shapes your decisions. Now, probably you guys are wondering, what is this? Can anybody tell me what that is? That little bottle? Can you see what it is?
Like Fabuloso.
Yes, girl. That is a Fabuloso bottle. Okay. That is a Fabuloso bottle. And I put this picture here because this is how I started my podcast. Okay. When people see things now, they always call it like an overnight success, right? No, they don't see the background of it. This is exactly how I started my podcast. This was my very first podcast. I was like, man, I'm going to take a picture of this because my ring light was broken. I take and it's out of your mind. It was my daughter's with a heart. I take it to a Fabuloso bottle, had it on the step stool on top of the table so it could be angled correctly, right? And I went and I did it. And I wasn't afraid that I didn't have the perfect microphone or the perfect camera because my self-worth was there because I was making decisions based on what I am inside, not what's going on externally around me. Drop a L for level up, drop a L if that makes sense. When you're making decisions based on inside versus what is going on around you, okay? Sorry, I'm getting the message. Somebody was trying to join, right? And so it's so important for us to realize that, we get to understand that our self-worth is what starts to transition our income, our jobs, our raises. It just matters. It matters. Your worth matters, right? And so I want you guys to ask yourself this question. Like, what is your time and energy and expertise worth to you? And actually, I did want to ask this question at the beginning, but I already asked it. We already went forward. Ask yourself, what is your time, energy, and expertise worth to you? And if you're going to put a number on it, let it be in the billions, in the trillions. We get to choose to love to not be so afraid of that number. People think like 7 figures, I could never make that. Do you know 1% of the world makes $40,000 a month? Only 1% of the world. Like people are like, oh my gosh, that's a lot of money. Listen, okay, well, let me move forward. Sorry, somebody else is joining. Let me let them in, and I got distracted on what I was gonna say. Okay, so we're gonna do a little breakout room. Okay, we're gonna do a breakout room. I'm gonna go ahead and set up the rooms now. And in this, we're just building confidence in action. Everything is action, right? And I want to make sure that when you guys leave here, you guys have the tools ready to take your life to the next level, okay? And so we are going to do a little breakout room. In this breakout room, each one of you guys are going to share a small win. It doesn't matter how small it was in the last couple of weeks, okay? In the last couple of weeks, share a small win. And then I want each person to share an action that you're going to take from here on out to move forward in your self-worth, right? To love you. And maybe you have self-worth at an all-time high. That's great, but it's always a learning thing. We're growing, that we can never get there. Well, I think the worst word in the dictionary is I know, or the worst statement is I know that. When my son tells me that, I'm like, bro, don't ever say that. You don't know. Because if you knew, or my daughter, my teenager, if anybody has teenagers here, y'all pray for me, y'all. Listen. Okay, I know, Ma. No, you don't. Because if you did, we wouldn't be having this conversation, okay? But I say that to say that, what are the actions? So your self-worth might be there, but we never know. It's never, the information is always learning, right? So let me see if I can do it right from here. Okay.